Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. So today I'm going to be talking about the 5 skills that I believe every real estate investor should have. So first one is the knowledge. Knowledge to analyze a deal, knowledge how to find a deal, and what kind of exit strategies you can deploy. So there's many sources of information. The website is full of all kinds of places that you can go to do market research, depending on the area that you're in. I'm a real estate broker, so I have access to the MLS. You can also use realtor.com, although, Zillow is not the greatest place, but it can give you kind of some ideas. There's all kind of money magazines that you can look at, business journals. And what you're looking for is the information on, how long is it taking homes to sell? What's the sales price? And this information can vary widely from market to market. So to really, analyze where you want to invest, you kind of need to know the area, like what is purchase prices going for. You need to know about after repair value, or ARV. You need to familiarize yourself with different types of repairs and what those cost, and labor, and with materials being very sky high right now. You also need to know about holding costs, so you should kind of average like 1% of the value of the property for maintenance, holding costs being property taxes and insurance. And then you got to become knowledgeable about exit strategies, like what kind do you want, which ones are going to meet your financial goals. For example, if you're a wholesaler, you might be wholesaling because you just want to build the cash. If you're a buy and hold investor, that's usually a longer term investment strategy where you're getting appreciation on a property, you're getting cash flow, you're getting tax benefits. Maybe you're looking at short-term rentals. Again, you have to be knowledgeable about the market. You have to know what the short-term rental can bring you, what your net's going to be. Sometimes that can be, I won't say an easy investment because you do have to have cash, right? So the next skill would be negotiation. So you've got to be able to negotiate. If you're going to be an investor, I don't want you paying full retail price for these properties. So, after you've done your due diligence, your research, and become very knowledgeable about the area that you want to invest in, you're going to know, like somebody wants $200,000 for their home and, the ARV is, $250,000, but it needs $200,000 in repairs. It's not going to be a good deal. So you as an investor have to have the knowledge first so that then you can go and talk to sellers. Now, a lot of sellers, fair statement, a lot of sellers think that their house is worth more than an investor is willing to pay. So it's up to you to negotiate that price down. And negotiation also comes in play when you're talking with contractors, right? Contractors, again, will probably bid you a little bit higher. So it's up to you to be knowledgeable about what kind of repair cost, something might cost, and, shop it around. Now, I'm not saying going with the cheapest contractor, but, negotiate prices. So you want to make sure that you, know some negotiation skills, right? What questions to ask. So the third strategy is about finances, right? So if you're going to be an investor, you got to know something about money. You got to get your mind right, do mind setting exercises if you have to about money. So not just about the purchase of the property, but you have to negotiate, if you can, with lenders. And I like to use private money lenders or hard money lenders. So, there's always room in real estate for negotiating. So, but you have to know the market, right? You have to have knowledge and you have to have good negotiation skills. But for finances, what you really need to do is make sure your finances are in order, because there's no lender that's going to lend you money if you're a risk. Like if you don't pay your bills, if you have terrible credit, if you have no cash in the bank, because, very rare will you not buy real estate where you have to have some money, right? Or somebody else's money. So if you're buying real estate, you need to know what your financial status is, like what cash do you have on hand? Do you have equity in any, other investments like real estate properties? How are you going to pay for those repairs? What's the exit strategy? So you have to get your kind of financial house in order, if you will, which leads me to the next skill, which is communication. And this is this not key for everything we do in life? We have to be able to be a good communicator, because what happens in real estate deals, especially if you're partnering, if you don't communicate what the end goal is with one another. And I like to say communication is not just verbal, but it's also in writing. Get things written down. Of course, when you're buying property, you're going to have a contract with your seller. When you're negotiating with contracts, you need to have a contract with that contractor. You need to have receipts. So communication is not just verbal. It's about how you communicate in writing as well. And really, it's about, your business plan. Start with that as far as a communication tool. You'll need it to, talk with your vendors and things like that. So you want to make sure that finances is what you, get in order for that. So now that leads me to my last one and probably the most important, and that's patience. So it took me a while to learn this skill. I'm a very impatient person. I'm a hurry up, let's get it done kind of person. But when you're a real estate investor, what you have to do is you have to have patience. So we just came out of a really competitive market here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I mean, to be honest with you, I wasn't even buying properties for a while because it was so competitive. So, when you have to have the ability to walk away, to have the patience to say, okay, this deal doesn't make sense today. Maybe it'll make sense, 3-6 months down the road. So you want to make sure that you have the patience and the skill, I guess, to say no. Also, you need to have patience for making money in real estate. Now, you might hit the home run right out of the bat and just, make $100,000 or $50,000, and that's awesome, but you shouldn't always count on that, right? Investing in real estate is and building true financial freedom, building a legacy, that takes time, right? It's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen. And as it starts happening, it might seem kind of slow, but then as the years go on, so like year 2, 3, 4, it'll start just rolling on itself, right? So it will grow faster once you get started. So you have to have the patience to, first of all, make sure you get a good deal. You have to have the patience to learn and do the research on becoming a successful real estate investor. So I'm hoping that these skills, taken at their face value, what you see is that these skills actually build on one another, right? So your knowledge, your negotiation, your communication, finances, and then patience all kind of come together. And any real estate investor that masters these 5 skills will have a great real estate investing career. So thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to give me a subscribe, follow, and leave me some comments. Love to hear back from you. What do you think are the top skills a real estate investor needs to have to be successful? So until next time, y'all have a great day and happy investing.